Don't place a trade based on what you're seeing in this video because there is no guarantees of making a profit in the market. It takes you a long time to become a good trader. So this video here is just to educate you to become a much better trader. Hey traders, John Howell here. I want to teach you something that that I teach my private clients, and it's quite an incredible, powerful tool when we're looking for good opportunities to jump in on. Now, for me personally, I always love to have. I'm always looking for momentum in the markets, right? So I'm looking for momentum where I'm looking for some sort of momentum in the markets, right? Some sort of trend, right? Because unfortunately, there's a lot of times when a lot of our traders, or a lot of the time, we'll be getting into markets, but the market's going sideways. There's no real strong trend, and then we're hoping that it's going to then start a new trend, right? That's one of the worst mistakes that I've made in my trading career over the last 16 years, especially my first 5 years, was getting into positions when the market was doing nothing. It was just going sideways, and it was always hard to gauge. It was always I was always like, man, I'm getting into this thing and now I'm getting chopped up, right? Because a lot of the time when the market's going sideways, you're going to get a lot of choppiness, a lot of volatility in the markets. So what I look for in the markets is I start to look for good trend analysis. But one of the tools that I use to see if there's if there's a lot of good momentum behind any of the what's the word for behind that particular stock I'm looking at, is I use the Fibonacci tool. Now, the thing that I like to see is I like to see that I like to personally see a 50% retracement, right? So if the market runs from here, right? So the market starts from here and then the market runs up. If the market starts to pull back here and we get a 50% or more and then we start to continue back up, that's actually a very, very, very strong sign to the upside. So I'll give you an example here of a trade that there's a few things here. I'll share this one with you here. Actually, no, let's actually go to Adobe here for a minute, because Adobe, this was actually one that that obviously I traded, but let me share this with you here, because this is one of the reasons why I did trade it when it comes to Adobe's, right? So where the arrow is where I traded it. But look at this back here. I started seeing, firstly, look, man, I can't talk here. Look at what's going on through here, right? Remember I said before, right? When the market's going sideways like this, it's a very low probability. If you're looking for a trading opportunity, meaning you're looking to get in and get out pretty quickly, or you're looking for short-term moves, the worst thing to do, right, is to be getting into a position like that when the market's just going sideways. Because why? You're going to get a lot of chop, a lot of volatility, and there's a good chance you're going to get chopped out. Well, look what happened here, right? We started to break up, and then we created a higher low through here. So this is just one recent trade that I did, so it's out of my mind right now. So I want to share with you one of the reasons why I liked this position. And not only did we create a higher high compared to back here, but as this market was pulling back, look at this here. If I zoom right in a bit more, if I go from the ultimate low point to the ultimate high point, look what happened here. And this is one of the reasons why I'm like, wow, there's a lot of strong momentum behind this particular where we're at right now, right? So if I just delete this, let me just delete that off the screen for a minute. You can see what happened here, right? First we made a higher high, then we came down, and look what happened here. We actually held the 50% Fibonacci level quite strongly in the markets. So when the market did this recently, and I saw this hold, I'm like, wow, we're actually starting to gain a lot of, the market's actually holding here right now. And this is actually a very, very strong sign. The 50% level is a very strong sign. And then when we came up through here and then we broke this previous highs, that was the key for me to say, right, we are now exiting this sideways and we're now entering a bull market. And hence the reason why I've been in Adobe ever since. And Adobe's been amazing for me ever since day dot. So there's a lot of things out there, guys. If I look at things like also Amazon as well too. So if let me take everything off the screen with Amazon here for a minute, and look what happened with Amazon. If I go from the absolute low point to here, to the absolute high point, look what happened with Amazon. We came down to the 60% level, a lot of support around the 50% level, And now look what's happening, right? Big move up, and now we're getting a very, very, very nice strong pullback as well when it comes to Adobe. So it's just I'm not saying, oh sorry, Amazon. I'm not saying Amazon and Adobe are good trades for you right now. I'm not saying that, but what I am saying is that when you're looking at these particular markets, right? Like so, for example, even like Microsoft as well too, you can see how we had just beautiful from low to high once again, and you can see that a few times it got down to the 60% level, but look at all that support around. Look at all this major support level. A few times it got down to the 62% level, but all that time it held the 50% level and then continued up. So the 50% Fibonacci level is a very, 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 very strong indicator of momentum, but we also need trend analysis too, right? So as I said before, we need to see the market, coming down, higher low, higher high, pulling back. If it holds the 50% and then continues up, there's a very good chance that the trend is your friend until the end, and the trend is that the trend is likely to continue. So use the Fibonacci tool, guys, in conjunction, because when the market starts to when the market starts to go sideways, you're not gonna get 50% Fibonacci's, right? You're gonna get sideways movement. So you can see here we had a lot of sideways. Look at this here, a lot of sideways, and then we started to hold what? Look at this back here. So if I bring this right back here, so you can see we had a lot of volatility. Then the market ran up, pulled back, and then look at this here. So if I draw my Fibonacci's from this low point to this high point, you can see how it actually held it. Look at this here. This was the first time throughout this sideways ugly movement that it held the 50%, and then as soon as we actually started to break above these highs here, we started to enter some sort of a trend, as you can see. And so there's a lot of stocks out there, as I said before, I was talking about like Nvidia, NVDA. Nvidia did the exact same thing as well too. Right, let's actually draw from the ultimate low point to ultimate high point, and look what happened with Nvidia. Let's actually squeeze it up a bit more. Look at this here. Look where Nvidia actually held. Right there. Where is that? 50% Fibonacci. So we made a big move up. We broke a higher high, came down, higher low at the 50% Fibonacci. And then look at that there. As soon as it started to break out, we're now entering a bull market, and then away we go. So guys, use this in your trading. Use this in conjunction of your tools. And using this is also two things: trend analysis and Fibonacci tools. So these are two powerful things you can use. So if we're in the sideways movement, there's no momentum, if you're looking for a trading opportunity, you're likely to get whipped out, right? Because there's a lot of volatility in that what we call sideways phase. But if the market starts to break up to a trend analysis, highs and lows, you know that if these are 50% Fibonacci's, 50%, just like here with Nvidia, Microsoft, all these other stocks that I've just mentioned in today's video, as of doing this recording anyway, then you'll know that it's actually a very, very, very strong trend, and then the trend is now likely to continue. Hey traders, I'm giving away 100% free access to my brand new breakthrough full trading course. This is 8 videos over 10 hours of pure amazing and powerful strategies. This is my most powerful systems and strategies that I've used for the last 16 years, and I'm giving it away for free. So this is what I want you to do right now. I want you to go to johnsfreegift.com, or there should be a link around here somewhere, a button or in the description or somewhere in there. Click on that and you can go get free access to my brand new breakthrough trading course. So go to johnsfreegift.com right now. Go do that right now, guys. You can get full, complete, free membership access. Go do that right now.